got no health care, ain't got no schooling, ain't got no money, but we live around cities, and they feed us like kitties. Postmodernism is a moral to give up on the... Wait a minute, I don't know what that... I forgot what that... Okay. What? Okay. Well, this video, the title is... Let's repeat the title, because you can't read the title, you idiots. Okay, no. This is about... What I was doing was I was thinking about, like, how can I figure... How can you say whether... It's like a big claim, whether Peter Joseph is a... that he's a fraud, to actually come out and say, well, he's... You know, what is fraudulent about him? What is fraudulent about what he's saying? You know, where is he? You know, he says he's not like for actual good things, and he's actually for bad things. Is that what I'm saying? Yes, he's for bad things. Well, I mean, it's very. Where do I get this crazy idea? Here's his movie. So let's like this. So this, we're just going to document this, like, because I was thinking that third part, that is the smoking gun. I'm going to make, next thing is going to be called More Smoking Gun of Peter Joseph. The Smoking Gun. And what is the smoking gun? Is this documentary he made called Zeitgeist. And what he says is that he was a drummer, and he put on, I just put on this live performance. And I guess there's a film of that at some point. And he put all this stuff together. But the thing is, I keep seeing this, basically the same kind of presentation later, and they all have basically the same message, is that the Federal Reserve is bad, and it's this private banking cartel that is like, basically that's what's ruining everything, the private banking cartel, and not the fact that, basically what I would say is the thing they get wrong about it is that, like, you know, it's Congress that's setting the monetary policy. So like whether the Fed is good or bad or a private, and I don't think it could be properly described. I think, I should go directly to someone, because this has obviously been debunked already. This is like libertarian nonsense to say exactly what about it they're saying, because there's truths that maybe are, you know, that's the whole point, is they don't want you to know where the truth begins and the fiction begins. So it's just like it's a potpourri of, you know, that's the style of, like I've said, the 52 pickup style, which is a game. I think you could find it in the Urban Dictionary if you don't find something. Someone can't take time out every time to say what 52 pickup is. It's a game that you play with a young child, and you throw the cards everywhere. So this is the fake quote that I found, and this is...
Central bank concept and the corrupt, greed-filled men.
So I was talking about the central bank concept, and I found just, you know, the refusal of King George III to allow the colonies to operate an honest money system, which freed the ordinary man from the clutches of the money manipulators, was probably the prime cause of the revolution. I mean, from the same guy who gave us A Stitch in Time Saves Nine, right? So this is a good writer. I mean, this is, to me, not one of his, maybe it's has truth to it, but this is not one of his pithiest, best statements. So there's really no way to say, like, did he not write this? What the thing is, how can you say this is not a quote? How can I look at this and I could say, for one thing, I already am hep to the fact that libertarians love fake quotes. They love, for some reason, well, I think the reason is that they're trying to create this alternative info loop. So if they can draw you in and like, oh, this is a real quote about him, and this is like what Hitler said about, they clearly have they give, put, words from other important historical figures into the mouths of the wrong people in order to spread, the idea like that Hitler was a socialist. We are enemies of the capitalist. That silly Hitler quote that's been debunked many times if you're a fan of this kind of YouTube BS that I'm talking about. Otherwise, you're not going to know what I'm talking about anyways. So I mean, that's pretty much the point of this. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of lost on where to go with this, but I'm just saying libertarians for some reason, love fake quotes. They love them. Here's another one. If this is real, I don't know if anyone were to see this and could source this, but okay, let's go to. So I actually typed the whole thing into. Oh, but I lost it. Oh, here we go. I typed the whole thing into a search engine, see? Then you have a wiki quote. You could find it, which it may be on. Now let's see if we could find a wiki quote. Looks like the most possible. So let's see if we could find a source for this, right? Be flattered, dissonation, fall printers, do showing offended, freedom of speech, remember that time is money, trifling action, £6 a year, advice to imprisonment. I don't think this is chess. There's so many quotes, so it's very difficult to. Particular men. I guess I should just pause this because no one's watching anyways. Can I pause? Can I pause? That's a good question. Oh boy, the prime cause of. See, I think these are like real quotes, but I can't find. I already looked here, and the thing is, I couldn't find it in another place, so I don't expect that I'm going to find it. But I thought, no, I should. Maybe this is the wrong time to go back. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave it at there because that's like, I'm pretty sure it's a fake quote, but it darn sure. And I mean, he like had some good quotes, everything he wrote. So I'm just going to end this one here, short video. But if you find that quote, let's go back to the quote, the refusal of King George. See, here's a curated list of quotes. It's not. You see, when you have like this, you come up and like, where's the out our glass earth? The two books shine light on international banking and the subversion of government around the world by corporatocracy. And see, they try to like demonize the bankers here, but then they never talk about like all the. They try to make it seem like the bank is the villain and they aren't the villain, even though they're like the benefit. They're bankers too. So this is not going much of anywhere. But this kind of shit I do. I just look at it, shit like this, and like I say, that looks fishy. It's like, why is there not a? Where is this from? King Richard's Almanac? Is this from like something he wrote? Where? When did he say this? Paybacks. I mean, There's the end. Adios, muchachos.